$1,073 up to $2,146 each and every month for SSI beneficiaries, the significance behind these numbers, and why they are so important. All of that to be covered in this video. Let's get into it right away. But really quickly, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, welcome to the channel, and please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I'm here for you each and every day, bringing all of the latest updates as they're being released, as well as talking through other very important information that you certainly need to know right now as things are changing very rapidly. And I am your one and only daily advocate, making sure that you're getting all of the money and benefits that you're possibly eligible to receive during this time. So again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe down below, and let's get into this right away. All right, so these few different numbers that I talked about at the beginning of the video, $1,073 and $2,146 each and every month for SSI beneficiaries. Now, one of these numbers probably rings a bell with you simply because we've talked about it a few times here on the channel in previous videos. Now, if you've been watching for a while now, you've probably heard about this, what I really briefly want to talk about, and then we will get into the significance behind these numbers and what they actually represent and what is actually going on in Congress right now as we speak in regards to what they're currently working on. Now, this is in reference to the SSI Restoration Act that is specifically focused on supplemental security income. Now, Congress is currently working on this SSI Restoration Act. In fact, they want to get this thing passed through here very soon, which is ultimately going to transform the SSI program, and it's going to do a lot of really good things for the 8 million beneficiaries that draw on these benefits every single month. So this could actually be a really, really good thing for literally millions of people. Now, let's talk through some of the details a little bit further, and what do these numbers and these monthly benefit amounts actually result in, and why are they so significant, and where are these numbers actually even coming from? Now, one of the major provisions in this SSI Restoration Act, by the way, this is probably the biggest headliner out there simply because this is a really big one. Now, they want to raise the SSI maximum benefit up to the federal poverty line, which as of right now is $1,073 each and every month. Now, this should probably come as no surprise because you've probably heard of me talk about this before. And yes, I have talked about this a number of different times because this is a really big program. This is in the news a lot. I've seen a number of different headlines on this recently, and we want to continue to focus on this because Congress is still actively working on this right now. Now, one quick side note. Maybe you didn't realize this, and I find this to be absolutely shocking, but the SSI program has not undergone a major overhaul since the inception way back in the early 70s. So yeah, basically 50 years ago was the last time that SSI was actually reformed in any way, and that was actually when the program was incepted. So in other words, it's never really gone under any major reform. So you can see in about 50 years' time, yeah, we probably need some reform by now, right? The program needs to be fixed up a little bit. It needs a little tune-up, and one of the major things that they want to do is ultimately raise the maximum benefit up to that $1,073 each and every month. However, one of the other major headliners out there in this, and I've gotten a number of questions about this that I want to mention, and that's what I want to talk about right here also, is the marriage penalty. Now, many of you who receive SSI are very aware about the marriage penalty that's happening right now when it comes to SSI benefits, right? So if you're married and you receive SSI, your benefits are probably being reduced in a major way as a result of being married. I mean, what a bad situation, seriously, right? What a sad situation. You want to get married to the person that you love and care about, and then you are punished as a result. Does that make any sense to anybody? I don't think so, right? Especially here in the years that we are right now and everything that we're going through, that doesn't seem to make any sense, and I think any of you receiving SSI probably agree with that, right? However, one of the major provisions in this SSI Restoration Act is that they want to remove the marriage penalty. Therefore, you would no longer be penalized getting married as a SSI beneficiary. So that would be great, right? I mean, that's probably music to your ears right now, right? I'm thinking many of you are probably thinking, man, what a relief. That would be such a nice thing to remove out of there, because it's not fun only getting $263 a month or whatever it is on my SSI because of being married and maybe some income from your spouse. So that's something else that we have to recognize as well. If you are somebody married and you're receiving SSI, your benefit is most likely reduced because of the income from your spouse. Now, another thing too, this is something that we want to watch very closely. Now, you might be wondering, okay, at the beginning of the video, I mentioned a couple different numbers, $1,073 and $2,146. What do these numbers represent? Well, as you know by now, the $1,073 would be the maximum SSI benefit. Okay, got it. Cool. Got it. Understand. Now, where does this other number come from? $2,146 each and every month. Now, this is something that I wanted to talk about specifically right in this video because I've actually received some questions about this. Now, I just have to say this so much so far. I've done a bunch of research on this SSI Restoration Act, and according to my understanding, with everything going on, this is how it is looking to me. Now, again, everybody has their own interpretation. Again, a lot of times this language in these things is always kind of confusing, but I've read through it a number of different times, and this is my understanding. So nothing is written in stone. I just want to let you know what I'm finding. However, what they want to do is remove the marriage penalty, therefore no longer penalized for being married and somebody receiving SSI. Cool. Therefore, if both people, let's just say you are married, so the two of you are both receiving SSI, according to what it is looking like, because there would be no longer a marriage penalty, it would be looking like both individuals, provided you're both eligible for SSI, you could potentially be getting the $1,073, the maximum benefit, each and every month times 2, right? You and your spouse. Therefore, $1,073 each and every month multiplied by 2 is $2,146 on an ongoing monthly basis. That's amazing, right? Well, as you know, as of right now, by the way, I'm recording this video in kind of late-ish 2021. So if you happen to be watching this video in 2022, maybe things have changed by now if you happen to be watching it in 2022. But as we currently stand right here approaching the end of 2021, the maximum benefit on a monthly basis for married couples is about $1,200. It's a little over $1,200. That's not very much, right? So if we got this whole thing where the SSI Restoration Act actually goes into effect, the $1,073 on an individualized basis multiplied by 2, the $2,146, you could essentially be getting a raise of about $900 each and every month as a married couple. That'd be amazing, seriously, right? So could you imagine what that would do to your livelihood and your just everything that's going on in your life right now to add another $900 to your basically your monthly income as a married couple receiving SSI? That'd be incredible, right? I mean, that would be kind of life-changing for a lot of people, right? I mean, $900 would be pretty much a rent payment. I mean, what would you do with the rest? You kind of get what I'm saying, right? So there's a lot of money left over there. Now, again, I do totally recognize that prices have gone up with a lot of things out there. The standard of living is a little bit more difficult right now because things are more expensive. But my point is, an extra $900 per month for a married couple would certainly be a pretty nice thing, right? So one other thing I want to mention too is it's looking like because they would reduce the I should say not reduce, but remove the marriage penalty as a result of this SSI Restoration Act, it looks like it wouldn't matter where your spouse's income would be coming from, right? Whether it happens to be from earned income from a job, or maybe it's SSDI or Social Security retirement or anything else like that, it looks like your spouse's income would not really have an impact, right? It would just be basically you're married and you're getting your full SSI benefit and your spouse is getting, whatever income they have for maybe an earned income or a job or maybe other fixed income benefits. Like I said, Social Security, SSDI, whatever, things like that. So these are some really cool things, right? I think between raising benefits to 100% of the federal poverty line as well as removing the marriage penalty are probably two of the biggest kind of concerns across SSI beneficiaries, right? So I think a lot of people out there are probably saying, we're kind of getting sick of being penalized for being married simply because we're SSI beneficiaries, right? That seems kind of weird, but yet these are policies that were established way back in the early 70s. So we all recognize things have changed a lot since 1972, right? So I think all of us can probably agree it is time for them to reform these programs, right? So yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff out there with this SSI Restoration Act going on right now. And like I said just a minute ago, maybe you're watching this video in 2022, and maybe the SSI Restoration Act has gone into effect by now, and maybe all of this stuff is already in effect, if you're watching this in 2022 sometime. Because remember, they're trying to get this SSI Restoration Act passed like right now, at the end of 2021. They're trying to get this thing done right now to be implemented early in 2022. So pretty cool stuff, right? I mean, we could be a matter of just a couple months away at this point from all of this stuff being enacted, provided Congress actually comes together and gets it done, right? That's the wild card right now. So anyway, I wanted to lay all this out for you, as I know there's a lot of confusing information out there. There's a lot of information going on right now regarding the SSI Restoration Act, raises to benefits, the COLA raise, the stimulus package, stimulus checks. I mean, literally, there's so many different things going on out there right now. Not to mention, there's a number of different proposals and different provisions and all kinds of weird stuff going on out there. So I wanted to kind of lay it all out for you and just kind of really focus on a few different topics in this video, which is the SSI Restoration Act, the $1,073, the $2,146, and the marriage penalty, right? A couple of really, really big topics. So anyway, for those of you who have been asking, for those of you who are wondering, for those of you receiving SSI, I hope this one lays it out for you and explains this a little bit further. Again, based on my understanding as I've been reading about this, as I've done further research on it. But again, if you want to look it up yourself, feel free to do so. I mean, it's out there. You can find it. Feel free to just do a simple internet search and look up SSI Restoration Act, and you should be able to find a number of different information on that. So I hope this helps you out. Make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video. I'll continue to be here for you each and every day, laying it all out, giving you all the latest updates, as well as talking through all of these very important topics, because it is impacting literally millions of people, and we want to make sure that everybody is accounted for during this time. So again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Share this video with your friends, family, social media. Go back and check out any of the other videos here on the channel. We're rapidly approaching 2,000 videos right here on the channel. That's a lot, right? So again, thank you so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again later in the next video. Stay safe for now.